Hey there, guys. So this is a movie I was.
What's up? Move credit here.
This is a movie I was looking.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Vistas, Michael here. No,
Alright,
yes,
dude. Alright, dude, back off. No, we're not doing that. We are not.
I have 3 of them here.
We are not
Apparently,
doing
3
that.
of them.
Anyways, this is actually a movie that I was not looking forward to very much when I first heard about it, but then I saw the trailer for it, and then I fell in love with it. So let's talk about Logan Lucky, which we actually saw today, back to back with The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there was like an hour in between, and all we had to do was just sit there.
Yeah, that's great.
In the lobby of the theater with nothing really to do.
Staring at us.
Aren't those guys supposed to be leaving? What are
they bought 2 tickets?
What are they still doing here?
And the person that cashed us out is like, I think they bought 2 tickets.
I can't remember.
I think they're going to see 2 movies.
I can't remember.
We're gonna be here a while.
Anyways, let's talk about the movie. So, Logan Lucky tells the story of the Logans. They are this family. It's 2 brothers and a sister. And the main focus of the movie is Jimmy Logan, played by Channing Tatum. And basically what happens to him is he gets fired from his job. And so he makes a plan with his brother, Clyde, played by Adam Driver, who is an Iraq war veteran who lost his hand. And his sister, I forgot his sister's name. She's not really a major character in the movie, so, I mean, she doesn't really do much. But, basically, they make this little group along with Joe Bang, played by Daniel Craig. And that's a name that you cannot say without having, like, a little southern tone to your voice. Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
Joe Bang. Like, just try and say that with, like, a normal, or normal for us.
Joe
accent.
Bang.
Joe Bang. No, it's still,
Sound,
yeah. It still has, like, that little southern...
So what happens when you live around here? It's too many freaking, accents flying around.
Joe Bang. But, so, first thing I want to say is that, Channing Tatum does a great job in this movie. He was not a really good actor at all when he first, like, started. I was not a fan. I was not a fan of, like, any of his movies, really, that he was in. Especially G.I. Joe. I thought he was honestly terrible in G.I. Joe.
Oh! The little thing was up, and I stuck my nail. It's just like directly on. It hurt. I'm sorry.
But Channing Tatum does a good job. I said this in my review of Magic Mike, and I'll say it here again. He just has come a long way as an actor, and I think this is actually probably his best performance, honestly. At least that I've seen. I've only seen a few movies with him in them, so yeah. I thought Adam Driver as Clyde and Daniel Craig as Joe Bang were the standouts for me. You know, mainly just because I like Adam Driver as an actor and I like seeing him in other movies, and his character is just pretty interesting because he's an Iraq war vet. He lost his hand. There's a couple of good jokes in the movie about his hand. He's got like a prosthetic hand. And so there's a couple of alright jokes in there. I mean, not that it's like making fun of him or anything. There's just like a couple of good funny moments involving his hand. And I mean, Daniel Craig just steals the show. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Just nothing.
And then Daniel Craig just steals the show because he's Daniel Craig. He's just awesome, and he easily has some of the funniest moments. There's one scene where he builds a bomb out of fake salt, bleach pens, and gummy bears in a plastic grocery bag. So, yeah.
Yep.
That happens.
They're not convinced.
Yeah, they're not convinced
So
it
he
works.
has to
So
explain
he
it.
has to explain the science of it to them. And he's like writing on the wall in like chalk, trying to explain it to them. And then and then they try and send it through and it doesn't work the first time and it actually launches back out at them. And then he's just like, "Oh, I tied the bag too many times." So there's some pretty funny moments in here. I think this movie is just very funny and very well written. There's a lot of really good characters in the movie. Some really good lines. Just some very funny and memorable characters. Even like Joe Bang's brothers, who are kind of like white trash idiot people.
You're Joe Dirt.
They're Joe Dirt. Oh, no, actually, Joe Dirt was smarter than them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know all the Twitters.
Sorry, just little quotes. We're not
Yeah.
spoiling anything. So.
Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil. There's not really much to
There's
spoil.
nothing to spoil. All we said does not spoil anything if you're worried about that.
And this movie is also very well directed. The whole cast work very well together. You got Katie Holmes is in the movie a little bit. Hilary Swank is in the movie. She doesn't really come in until near the end, though. And then Seth MacFarlane has basically a glorified cameo in the movie as this douchey guy. And Sebastian Stan is in this movie, and he literally is a cameo, because he's in, like, one scene. There's a cardboard cutout of him in an earlier scene, because he's the main race car driver dude, who, like, yeah. But, yeah, he's in, like, one scene. And that's it. I really just had a fun time with this movie, though. I will say I almost had a problem with this movie. Almost. This isn't really a spoiler, but I will issue a light spoiler warning just in case. Near the end of this movie, they make you think something happens, and then for a while, it makes you feel like the whole movie just meant nothing. Like everything they just went through was for nothing. But then at the end, in a very heist-style fashion, a heist movie-style fashion, they go through and they replay like certain events from a different perspective, and they show you stuff that actually happened while these other things were happening. And you find out what actually happens, and it does kind of throw you for a loop. And so and I guess that does a good job, because I'm guessing that's what you were supposed to be thinking, was that, oh, well, that was all just for nothing. Why would they do that? And then you find out, and it's like, oh, I see. Hey, clever. And that's actually a really good way to describe this movie. It's pretty clever.
Yeah, it's really. I think it took Brandon by surprise too, because you said something about. Good thing I didn't write the review before I saw the movie because of the end.
The way it all wraps up, I was like, if I was writing the review while watching the movie, then I would be like erasing a couple of things right now, and so it definitely threw me for a loop. It'll probably throw you for a loop if you see it, and I highly recommend you see it, because I didn't really look into the box office, but I heard compared to Hitman's Bodyguard, which also opened up this weekend, it isn't doing great. So I really hope that people decide to go see this. It's a very well written and directed film. It's a lot of fun. It is basically like if Ocean's 11, which was also directed by Steven Soderbergh, it's like if Ocean's 11 was orchestrated by a bunch of rednecks. That's basically what it is. There's even like a line in the movie. Again, not a spoiler. It's just a funny line in the movie, and that I found it to be a fun reference to the fact that Steven Soderbergh directed Ocean's 11 and 12 and 13. Some lady on the TV says it was like Ocean's 7-Eleven. And so, yeah. I'd say this is one of my favorite movies of 2017, honestly. Because I had hope for this movie, and it did not disappoint. It actually delivered on even more than I was expecting, so I was very satisfied with this movie. Mason?
It is, yeah, okay. I don't know what to say. It really did take me by surprise, because watching the trailer, I was like, okay, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
The trailer doesn't really do it that much justice, just to how good it actually is. It throws in a couple of funny moments from the movie and stuff. And actually, I would even recommend not watching the trailer because it kind of spoils a couple of characters that are in the movie and stuff. So,
but watching the trailer, I was like, oh, it's an okay movie. I'd go see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go see it, and then at the end of it, I'm like, that was absolutely amazing. I loved every bit of that. It was definitely worth the watch, so
yeah,
I'd recommend.
I would recommend. I'm going to give Logan Lucky an A+. Yes.
A+. Okay. A+, yeah.
All right, so thank you guys for watching this video. Let us know in the comments what you think of Logan Lucky if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. No matter what you're doing, stop what you're doing. Are you
just stop this video, run to your nearest movie theater.
Go to the nearest movie theater. I don't care if you're working, which if you're working, you shouldn't be watching YouTube. Just saying. I don't care if you're working, if you're I don't know, taking care of your 115-year-old great grandmother, just drop everything.
Just drop her prunes and go out the door. Okay?
Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.